Hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. Okay, this is a recorded match. Now, I'm not really going to show the whole thing. I do want to show there has been multiple complaints, obviously, and honestly, I will throw my bit into it as well. Yeah, the new set, the burn set, of course, is, let me see here, we go. Yeah, Angmet's whatever it's Angmet's conflagration. It's a problem. It's complete. It feels like they didn't play test it. It feels like it needs to be obviously dialed in better than what they did. Of course, now it still being the holidays, who knows if I'll start with if first, because I honestly doubt that they would do something. I'll be surprised if they do, because at this point I honestly don't think they really care. They just, you know, obviously want people to keep spending anyway, shape or form, and that's why they threw the pet convoluted mess into the familiars into the game, that whole system. But no, this is a problem, and now I'm already tired though of, I've seen like some Reddit posts, I've seen comments in YouTube videos, Discords, etc., like, oh, wizard needs nerfed because of the, you know, the new weapon. I don't have it on this build here currently. Let me walk over to my armory. Ice Storm, yeah, Ice Storm, the Bluster Crux one that, you know, does the pull. Sorry, but no. I know you may think, oh, it's over. No, what is overpowered and what is broken on all classes, and I have other examples that I will try to piece together and showcase later, but any class can use this with the 4 pieces and just be crazy stupid broken. It doesn't matter what class it is, but people are so quick to jump on wizards, of which we get nerfs constantly, and a lot of times it's unnecessary. But then Necros and Blood Knights remain practically untouched. If they get any nerfs, they are very slight and laughable, only because they tend to get a lot of favoritism from the devs, which I've said, I think, in the past, and that's a problem because you cannot be that opinionated as a developer. You have to stay neutral, but, you know, that's wishful thinking. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to prattle on too much about, I'll go off on too many tangents here, but here we go. I will show this video clip. Well, it's not a video, it's a paused. First, I'm gonna start it out here. Let's go here. Let me see. I'm gonna tack it back a little bit. All right. Let's because I want to first critique, like, kind of a rule of thumb here. If you are, I don't know why it's kind of pixelated on a playback here, but anyway, just have to deal with it. Let's see. If you are on the same team, and if you happen to get, you know, the poison dots, and then here, see, I already got a burn the burn set going on me, and poison from Viper Bite. That's continued the poison, either that or that might be Seeping Bile. Okay, see, there we go. Then it reprocs the burn from that set. Okay, I'm clean right now. But I mean, if you have like any kind of poison, try not to like get too close to everybody else, because sometimes, okay, there it is. Now, I will make a point. I'm gonna focus on this here in a second. But yeah, if you are in a party, you know, same team, obviously, try not to group too close together when you have all that contagion basically going on, because you have a high chance of spreading it to everybody else. And then, of course, especially with Seeping Bile from the whales, if you die, of course, it explodes and then it spreads it to everybody else nearby. The other one that's a problem is the Void Spark chain lightning thing that seems to just, you know, proc at random, and when it does, it just kind of ticks everybody from good distances away. And then it also puts the dots on you, of course, if they're wearing the set pieces, which everybody at this point is, if not should be, because that's just what the meta is. Now, here we go with this. Now watch how long. This is a whale, necro. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the end, so I can. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, I went to see what they were wearing. They were wearing, I think, 2 pieces of mount bank. Was it 2 or 4 here? That's 2 pieces. And then they had, of course, the 4 pieces of the fire. I'll just call it the fire set. Angmet, or however you say it, is just whatever. It's the burn set. So they got the 4 pieces, of course, there. They got mount bank, and then they also have 2 pieces of feasting baron to make it last 30% longer. I recently was running with 4 pieces of this on one build, and then I actually switched back to grace instead. That seems to interrupt healing more, but anyway, so let me try and get their stats here so we can see. There we go. Okay, so I think that's that's them. I think? No. Is it? Yeah, it is. All right, hang on. Yeah, I got targeted hard in this, and I'll show you why I wasn't able to do all that much. This is a whale lobby. Okay, so they're not entirely too high of a whale necessarily, but we'll get to the reasons why it's so terrible. Okay, so they're in the potency 4K, 40, almost 4200. They're not necessarily. Yeah, okay, there you go. 72 or 7802 reso. Okay, now we'll go back to the beginning here, and I'll show why this is so terrible. This is a prime example, and I'm glad, in a sense. I hate that it happened, but I'm also glad that it did, because I can show why this is so ridiculous. And like I said, it doesn't matter what class you are. It's everybody. Right now, the other problem out there is the summoner. I guess they're called summoner demon hunters. With their traps and their hidden stuff that you can't even see, or it's hard to target what they throw down, and then you get dots just stacked on you like instantly. And especially if they're a whale, they'll just melt you, especially again with this burn set. So that's the main issue. It's not a class thing, it's the set. Just wish people need to be a little bit more I don't know, a little bit. Everybody gets focused on, obviously certain classes and whatever else, and then if it's not the one that they're playing, then they'll be like, oh, this class does this and this, and yeah, we know that's how it goes. And the same thing with like necros and blood knights. They're still at the top of the food chain, just because of how their mechanics are. They have a lot of easy outs with invulnerabilities and just too much invulnerable stacking. And anytime you have that in any form of a PvP game, I've always said that's pretty much a recipe for a disaster, as far as that even remotely being able to be balanced, because it can't. I guess the next thing above invulnerability would be complete invisibility. That I've had in other PvP games in the past as well, and that's really stupid too. So that's the worst possible things you can put into a PvP game is full on invisibility, that if you should happen to guess where they are and tag them and they still stay invisible, that mechanic there is pretty busted stupid. But in this particular case in Diablo Immortal, we have invulnerability stacking, and the windows to attack and hit those particular 2 classes are very, 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 still to this day, very slight and tiny, no matter how slight nerf they went and tried to adjust on some things. But anyway, I'm still rambling, but there's a lot here to take in, and a lot of things that need to be like stated and put out in, pretty much black and white. Here we go again with this. Watch. Okay, so I have a burn going right now and some... okay, I got the poison off. I got the burn almost completely gone. Okay, so right now I'm clean. Now... let's see, where is it? Where do I get tagged with it? I get... okay, right there. Right there, I get tagged by that Necro. Now watch, let me see here. We're at 205. Maybe... Let's go back a second or two here, because I want to be... I want to see how long this lasts. Watch this whole scenario play out. Okay, there it is. Yeah, 2 minutes and 5 seconds down here in the bottom. Watch how bad this goes, and how just obscenely busted this transition here is. This is like one of the worst instances I was able to have happen recently, and I captured, so here we go. I still have the burn that transitioned to poison. They hit me again there, so they were able to stack. So now I have the 3 stacks. Okay, down to 2 stacks. Down to I'm trying to heal through it. Again, they had almost 4,200. What you call it? I'm just throwing that down just in case anybody's coming up to me here. They had 4,200 potency. It's still cycling through, reapplying, restacking itself. I had to heal again, obviously just there. It's still going. Now I'm just gonna get, finally focused, because they see that there's a blue dot still behind. And they also know who I am, and I know who they are, so of course we're gonna do that. Okay, now watch. They got the kill, yes, but at the same time, I had to stand. Now watch. Now look, I have... let's see, that's Viper's Bite on me again. And there's the fire stack. They're wearing the set as well from the barb. And now all this stuff, look at this. You got the Starfire, you got... Yeah. And then, oh, just as soon as that wore off, no, it reapplied stacks of Viper Bite again. So I'm staying in spawn, trying to heal, and then there comes the burn set kicking back on again. Alright, so that's finally cleansed of all the nonsense. Now granted, the Necro stuff fell off, but this whole instance, let's see, that was 205. We're at 3 minutes and 40. It's like a minute and a half, basically, or if not more, that whole transition. And of course I got killed. I healed 2-3 times in that whole initial first hit from the Necro, and the stacking of the set and the dots, etc., etc. And then of course, I was already weakened, and then let me see what where are they at here? I know they're in the top 2 as well for the other side too. Glazeman, yeah, we'll get to him in a second. So we'll go back over the Necro stuff again. There's their stats. Yep. Okay, and now this is what got me killed there. Oh, go back. Actually, they don't really have that high a potency. You don't even really have to, honestly. It's just how insanely stupid the dots stack here. Let me see. Oop. Okay, here we go. They only had 2,500, well, almost 2,600. We'll just round up. 2,600 potency. It doesn't take all that much. My resistance is higher than that, or about the same as their potency. So, let me see. Yeah, they're wearing, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 pieces in here. Yeah, there's got to be one of these. Has got to be another one. So yeah, they have the fire set on as well. That's what hit me in spawn, basically. I was already hurt from all the other stuff from the Necro, and then of course they hit me, finished me off, but it didn't matter, because even still, after all that nonsense, I'm just gonna let it play out one more time, because this is documentation here, exactly how terrible this is. Let me see. It was no, where are we at? Where are we at? That's 201. Okay. 201, 203, 204, and right there. 205 minute mark. And then, yeah, I'm just going to let this play out again. You can just... I'm gonna stay quiet this time and...
I'm injured. Heal me.
Alright, so there you go. Had I not stood in spawn when that whole process was going, I probably would have gotten killed off again. In spawn. So I had to stay in the regen square. Now, I have almost died in that, in another match against another whale that put on a serious amount of dots with way higher potency. And when spawn can't keep up with the regen on you from the effects of a set piece in the game, that means it's busted. But yeah, I know, sorry, this video is probably a little long, but I mean, there you go. That shows how long, and I could have put this at the beginning, true, but I wanted to go over a couple other things that are really important. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that need to be dialed down and better balanced. The biggest problem is it interrupts heals on itself at times, not just from Starfire or from the Maw gem proccing. It reapplies dots, and a while back they put a patch in to where we could actually heal through that kind of thing. You know, they said, well, we want to make, you know, matches, you know, we want to try to, but yet then they go and put something like this in to just increase the lethality all over again, which is just really stupid. So it's very contradictory as well. I think they just kind of threw this set out there, and obviously they didn't test anything, and they just said, well, it's the holidays, screw it, here you go. Let them just have at it, and you know, convoluted mess of everything, especially you know, with the pet traits and everything else that give, you know, shields, and of course the survivor trait, or savior, excuse me. I say survivor, it's almost the same thing. Savior trait, etc., etc. But yeah, there you go. Let me know, I guess, what you think. I didn't mean to make this video go on for as long as it has, but there's a lot. There's a lot here. But again, for all the ones that want to go and point blame on certain classes, no, don't. It's the set. Plain simple, it's the set. We all, unfortunately, have to abuse and use it because it is the meta, aside from whatever else, you know, pet legendary traits are going on that we can't track in a battleground game. There's no way of us looking up to say, oh, they have this pet, and oh, they're using these traits, and so on and so forth. There's no way of us checking that stuff. So that's a completely unknown variable. It is what it is as far as that goes, I guess. But everybody's going to be wearing the 4-piece burn set. It's just how it goes. There's no way around it. You have to. But anyway, unless that gets fixed or what have you, this is where we're going to be at for probably who knows how ever long, probably forever at this point. So unfortunately, it's just how it is. You just have to make the best of it. Deal with it in any way you can, but like I said there, that was like over probably a minute and a half or more of just a complete standstill. There's nothing I could do. It just would have happened, and been done with it. I could have let myself get killed, and granted, I was on defense, so it wouldn't have mattered as much. And I could have possibly respawned. But then even when you respawn, that's the big thing too with this game. The way that the damage over time stuff still applies to you on death. It makes no sense whatsoever. The fact that once you're dead, it should, you know, you should be completely cleansed on a respawn. It makes no sense. And that's just bad programming there as well, which is, you know, not unusual with who we're talking about with NetEase and Blizzard especially. But anyway, that's enough. I've ranted on long enough. Thank you for hanging in with me if you did all this time throughout the video, or even if you did jump around and skip ahead and come to the end here. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Really appreciate the support. Please do the YouTube things and like, comment, share, subscribe. Really trying to make a go at it with the so please, please, please. Of course, there's like 92% 92% of you in the analytics that are not subscribed yet watching my stuff. So please, 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 if you could hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. This isn't Twitch. This is YouTube. It's free. It helps out. This helps support the channel. Really trying to make a push at it because trying to the next goal, of course, with subscribers is trying to reach that 500 mark. So, but anyway, thanks everybody again. Take care of yourselves out there in this world on fire, real world and in game now. Take care.